My name is Hannah Gruber. Welcome to the mindfulness moment. This is going to be a 30-minute mindfulness practice. We'll be moving and breathing and just taking a little bit of time out of the day to awaken and energize the body. So you've probably already stood up. If you have not, go ahead and stand up. We're just going to begin with just a little bit of stretching of our spine. Take your arms up over your head here. If you want to, you can start to lift your arms up a little higher, stretch the elbows. Take a nice deep breath in here, and we'll exhale here. Let the arms come all the way back down. 2 more times like that. Just a nice big deep breath in, stretch your arms up. Lift up if you're comfortable there, lifting your shoulders, maybe moving a little bit side to side just to wake up the body, and then exhale to release. We're going to swing the arms a little bit here, get some blood flowing to the arms. You can swing your arms in a cross in front of your body and a little bit side to side, as much or as little as you want to swing the arms there. And then let's just start to move our head. So sitting or standing still. I like standing because it's naturally energizing to the body. We're going to drop the chin towards the chest and then slide the chin towards the left shoulder. Tip your ear over toward your left shoulder, getting a nice stretch through the side of your neck. Lift your chin up, gaze towards the ceiling, and then slide your right ear over to your right shoulder. Pausing there, feeling that stretch through the side of your neck. Chin towards your chest again. We're going to go one more time in that direction. Head hangs. Roll your chin and your ear to the left. Chin lifting here, nice tall spine. Right ear dropping towards right shoulder, chin hanging towards the chest. All right, the other direction, right ear towards right shoulder, chin lifts a little quicker here if that feels good. Left ear towards left shoulder. Slowly release the head down. See if you can make this last one kind of a smooth circular movement, like your head is just gliding along the spine. Bring your head all the way back to center. Go ahead and bring your hands up. We're going to just shake the hands out a little bit, like you're shaking some water off of your hands. Shake, 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 and then we're going to just make 2 step side hands. Close your fingers, open your fingers, just about 10 or so times in a row there. Just kind of bring some energy into the hands. Okay, bringing the hands to either your waist or bringing your hands behind your back. You can hold opposite hands. We're going to take some shoulder rolls. Let your elbows be bent out to the sides here. Just nice, big circles with your shoulders. Again, just kind of going for a gliding movement. Doesn't have to be perfect, just getting some fluid in your body. Let's go the other direction. Maybe you can make those circles a little bit slower and bigger here. Taking up a little more space. Good, and then we're gonna come into just a little bit of a longer stretch. If you have something like a chair, you can put your chair up against a wall just to kind of stabilize it. Or if you're comfortable, you can just brace your hands directly on the wall. Or if you have a table like I have here, you can put your hands on top of the table. I'll stick with the table here. Hands are about shoulder distance apart. You're gonna walk your feet away from the table. Take a nice deep bend in your knees like you're sitting or you're squatting. Reach your hips away from the table and feel your arms begin to lengthen. Now let's lift the head up here, look towards the hands or towards the table or wall, and then let the head slowly drop down. Try to stay in that squatting position, nice long spine. 2 more times, lift the head up, gaze towards your hands, slowly release the head down. 1 more time like that, lift the head up, gaze towards the hands, and exhale, let the head hang. And if you feel good here, we're just gonna linger here for a moment. Maybe move the hips a little bit side to side, bend and straighten your knees a couple times. And then slowly lift back up. Take your time, come up any way that feels smart for you. Shake out the arms a little bit. Come into a seated position. So if you've got a chair, it's pretty easy just to take a seat in a chair. You can also sit on the floor if you're comfortable in a cross-legged seat. Let's just do a little bit of breathing here. So closing your eyes for a second, you can also stay standing. Closing your eyes for a moment, we're gonna take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Hold your breath in for a moment, just like you're kind of waiting, like you're waiting in line. And at the count of 3, we're gonna let out a nice, long, slow exhale on 3, 2, 1, exhale. Let it empty all the way out. And again, inhale. Draw as much breath into your body as you can. You're gonna try to hold it into your body, chest is broad. Let the spine be tall. Holding, holding, holding here on the count of 3, 2, 1, slowly exhale. Like air releasing out of a balloon. One more time like that, slowly inhale. Fill up, fill up, fill up, fill up. Try to fill up your whole body. Hold the breath in here. Hold, hold, hold. Keep the spine tall. And on the count of 3, 2, 1, slowly release as slowly as you can, like air releasing from a bicycle tire. Let it empty all the way. All right, now moving with our breath. If you want to come to hands and knees, it depends on what your space is like. You could come down onto the floor in a tabletop position. Just going to show this from sitting. Hands hold onto the knees. We're going to inhale, pull the chest through the arms. Find a little back bend. And then we're going to exhale, round the spine, take the chin towards the chest, or a cat stretch. So we're going to move with the breath. Inhale, chest comes through the arms. Exhale, breath empties out, big round in your back. 2 more together like that. Inhale, chest comes forward, nice big back bend. Exhale, push the air out. 1 more time with me. Use all of your breath here. Exhale, empty out. You can even make that breath audible if it works for you. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Now I'm just going to give you some time to move with your own breath. Cat and cow. Linking your movement with your breath, kind of like you're recalibrating. Like when your computer needs to restart so that the applications work more efficiently and smoothly. Moving with the breath here, just in a nice, easy way. We're gonna add some more complexity in a moment. All right, just coming to a neutral position. If you're sitting, you're gonna keep your left hand on your left knee, take your right arm to the side and twist open to the right, kind of like you're waving hello to somebody on your right side. Exhale back to center, and then the left arm lifts. Rotate your chest and shoulders open. Keep your butt on the chair. Exhale back to center. We're gonna alternate right and left just like that. If you're in a tabletop on the floor, you're just lifting one arm off the floor, exhaling that same hand back down, and alternating from side to side. I'll join you back in the chair. And again, just focusing on moving with your breath. Like your breath is the motor and your body is the vehicle, and the breath is propelling your body into this twist on each side. Okay. Let's do 1 more on each side so that we feel balanced out there. Good, and then if you're on the floor, you can maybe drop your hips back, lower down into a child's pose. If you're seated in your chair, just let your body come forward, maybe elbows to your thighs, let the head hang, or even hang the body over the legs there. Just letting your head drop for a moment, maybe taking some nice long exhales. Imagine you're kind of clearing your desk, clearing your to-do list, just clearing away with each exhale. Go ahead and come all the way back up now. And if you are on the floor, we're going to come up to standing. If you have a chair, you can just push it to one side. You can use it for stability if you want, but you can also just have it out of the way. Stand with a little bit of space in front of you. We're going to step with our right foot forward. Come into a little bit of a lunge. Right knee is bent, left leg is straight. Take your arms up by your ears. One big inhale here, and we're going to exhale, feet together. Drop the arms by your sides. Left leg is going to step back. Same lunge, pressure heel to the floor. Inhale, your arms up, right knee bends. Exhale, step your feet together and go backwards. Now starting with the left leg, left foot forward, bend your knee. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, feet together. Right leg steps back. Heel down, inhale, bend your knee, lift your arms up. Exhale, feet together. One more time each side. Right foot forward, bend your knee. Inhale. Exhale, feet together. You can make these steps as big as you're able to, as you're comfortable with. Left leg back, inhale. But remember, we're trying to take one big step there to bring the feet together. Exhale. Left foot leading. Inhale, step forward. Nice big stretch of the spine. Exhale, feet together. One more time, right leg back. Big inhale. See if you can maybe sit a little deeper in your legs here. Exhale, left foot joins the right. At the back of your mat. All right, we're going to take the feet a little bit wide here, turn out the toes. We're going to take the left arm up and over, a little side bend here to one side, come back to center, drop that arm, right arm up and over, side bend to the left. Let's alternate right and left like that, a little side bending here. Good. And then we're gonna add in just a little bit more complexity here in a moment. So kind of just enjoy what you feel. Maybe this is a little energizing. Maybe you can feel areas that are a little tight or stiff starting to loosen up. All right, we're gonna come back up here. We're gonna come back to either that tabletop or the wall or the chair that you were using for your hands and just set right up the same way you did before. So my hands are gonna be on the wall this time, but you can certainly have your hands at the desk if it's tall enough for your body or at the back of a chair. All right, your right foot is gonna stay where it is. Your left leg is gonna step back. Start with your right knee bent. Your arms are pressing straight into the wall. We're gonna straighten the right leg as we inhale. Bend the right knee as you exhale. And you can choose to make this a little bit bigger stretch if you want to step that left leg a little farther back, walk your hands a little bit farther down, or you can kind of keep this a little closer to the wall, just depending on the room that you're in. So bending and then straightening, starting to bring the hips back, maybe noticing some stretch in the back of the right leg. Nice area of the body to stretch if you're sitting down a lot. This can get a little bit stiff. All right, and then we're gonna keep this right leg straight. Lift up your right foot off of the floor here. So the toes in the front of my foot are off the floor. And then just kind of linger here a little bit. Maybe sway your hips from side to side. Sorry about that. I think my Siri is talking to me. Sway your hips a little bit from side to side. Little bloopers sometimes happen there. All right, we're gonna step the feet together and then just take a moment, stand up, relax your arms, and see if you can close your eyes here. Remove your hands from the wall and see if you can actually feel the difference between your two legs. One leg might feel taller or longer, or just somehow different. All right, we're gonna do that on the second side. Hands are at the wall, the left foot stays near the wall, the right leg steps back and the out. Just try to get that right foot solid on the floor. Toes are pointing at the wall, body is pointing at the wall, and we're gonna bend the knee. And then exhale, straighten the knee, pull the hips away from the wall. Inhale, bend the knee. Exhale, pull the hips away from the wall, straighten. And then just at your own pace, again, recalibrating your body by moving to the rhythm of your own breathing. Couple more moments here. See if you can almost get lost in that rhythm or that flow of your breath. And then we're going to keep that left leg straight or mostly straight. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And make any adjustments you need to. Feel really solid at the wall. Lift up the ball of your foot. You're on the heel. And that can be such an intense stretch through the leg. I know I'm feeling it. You might feel it all the way up the entire leg, even into your lower back a little bit. So use your breath to be really gentle with yourself here. Maybe see if you can soften the shoulders, maybe even let a smile kind of come into the corners of your mouth. Maybe just let your hips kind of sway from side to side. And then we're gonna release the foot, step the feet together, release your hands away from the wall, maybe step back there, close your eyes, or just pay attention for a moment to how your body feels. Notice the difference after you've done both sides. Okay, we're gonna kind of use the wall a little bit more here, or again, a table is gonna be fine, or a chair, the back of a chair, as long as you can brace your chair up against a solid surface. We're gonna take our left hand up to the wall at about shoulder height. So my left hand is at the wall about shoulder height. And I'm just gonna start to walk my feet away from the wall. It's kind of like side plank, if you've ever seen that done in a fitness class before. And I'm just kind of letting my body lean here. And I'm keeping my left shoulder nice and proud. And then I'm just gonna find a little rotation here. Your right hand can be on your hip. You're just turning your chest away from the wall. And then coming back into the wall, keeping that left arm really strong. We've been using some muscle there, some engagement. And then we're just gonna kind of find a neutral position somewhere in the center where there's not too much stretch going on. Take that right arm now, reach it up and over your head towards the ceiling. And then maybe start to reach your right arm alongside your ear towards the wall. So you've got kind of this long stretch through your right side. And then you've got breath here. We're holding the pose, but remember how your breath was supportive as we were moving with the breath. See if you can breathe here. And then slowly release the arm. Be careful, just walk your feet in towards the wall and let both arms hang by your sides. You can close your eyes or just can pay attention here. I always kind of love the feeling, the different feeling in my arms after I do that one. One arm feels really long, longer than the other one at least. Shake your hands out a little bit. Let's do that on the other side. So the right hand now is going to come up at about shoulder height on the wall. Make sure the hand position just feels comfortable to you. Sometimes that means pointing the fingers in. Sometimes that means pointing the fingers out. Something really comfortable. Walking your feet a little bit away from the wall so your right arm is engaged. Taking the left hand to the hip and then just finding a little bit of that open twist and then twisting back in. And moving with the breath. Legs are nice and strong here, just moving your chest. It's kind of like a flag waving in the wind. Flagpole kind of pose. And then we're just gonna keep the chest in a neutral position here. The left arm comes out to the side, starts to stretch towards the ceiling. And then we start to take it maybe a little bit towards the wall, finding that lean. That right arm is strong. Feeling that side stretch in your body, maybe straightening the left arm a little bit there, maybe letting the shoulder lift if that feels good to you, and using your breath. We're gonna slowly come out. Keep that right arm strong as the left arm lowers. Step your feet back into the wall. Shake out your hands a little bit there. Pause, take that moment just to Notice what feels good. And then we're gonna find our way back to a chair. I do recommend a chair for this next one. You probably have a chair somewhere. Sitting on a stool or a couch would work too. The floor will work also if you're without a chair. So sitting in your chair, be sure you're on the edge of the chair. We're gonna reach that right leg forward. And I'm lifting my right foot off of the floor. So I'm kind of suspending my right leg in the air. My right hand is on my knee. And I'm just gonna do some little leg lifts here. I'm lifting my knee into my right hand and just kind of finding a little bit of strength there. So don't worry about your flexibility here. We just want these hip muscles to engage a little bit. So kind of a couple of leg lifts there. Okay, and then we're gonna lift that leg and cross the ankle over the left knee. And here you can relax the knee a little bit. We're gonna take the left hand over to the right knee, take the right hand to the seat of the chair behind you, stay upright in your spine. Inhale, get a little bit taller maybe. And then exhale, rotate around, kind of like you're twisting or wringing out of the shed. Looking over your right shoulder, feeling your spine twisting a little bit there. Inhale back to the center. And then exhale here, start to bring your chest and your head forward a little bit. And we're just gonna kind of go slow here. So that mindfulness piece here is just paying attention to what you're feeling. And you don't have to be an expert on physiology or anatomy just to know what you're feeling. You don't even have to know the words to describe what you're feeling, but you might get a sensation there. And usually that sensation is your body kind of saying like, hey, this is a stopping point. So when you start to get a little sensation, see if you can pause and maybe let your exhale be a little bit longer. Maybe take 1 or 2 more breaths like that. Explore letting your exhale be just a little longer, a little slower. And then slowly start to lift back up. You can release that right leg, maybe give it a little shake, and then just come back to a seated position. Both of your hips should be on the floor or the chair. And again, take a moment to pay attention to the difference between the two sides of your body. You might even feel taller on your right side. Sometimes we hold a lot of tension in our hip, can make us feel kind of short on that side of the body or compressed. So the right side might feel a little bit longer after that one. Okay, let's try the left side. So you're gonna kick that left leg forward. It doesn't have to be straight. The left hand is gonna be on top of the knee or the thigh. We're just gonna raise and lower the leg a little bit there. This should feel a little bit challenging. You might even break a little bit of a sweat. The target is just the front of the hip and the front of the thigh. So just feeling those muscles engage a little bit, keeping the spine tall. You can lift and lower here at any pace. And just when those muscles begin to fatigue, maybe they start to talk to you a little bit, we're gonna take that leg up and over, cross the ankle over the right thigh. And see if you can exhale here, bringing your right hand to your left leg, bringing your left hand behind you. Keep your spine nice and tall. Inhale, maybe get a little taller if you can. And exhale, start to twist like you're wringing out a dish rag, turning any amount to your left. And just feeling that rotation of your chest there, wringing out the spine. I like to imagine that I'm wringing out my organs. Of course, that's not really happening, but this does stimulate blood flow. This does stimulate your muscles and your other tissues. It can be really energizing to do a twist. And then we'll slowly release out of this one. Come all the way back to the center, facing forward. We're gonna keep the ankle over the knee. Try to keep the chest proud here as you bring your head and your shoulders forward, keeping that long spine. So make sure there's not a rounding of your back here, but really keeping the head and the chest lifted as you come forward. And then that mindfulness piece, really paying attention to what are you feeling in your body? You're probably going to feel this somewhere around your left hip. Sometimes we'll feel it in the lower back. You might feel it all the way down the leg or in the groin. None of that is wrong, but just information. Your body's kind of telling you, hey, this is enough. This is the boundary. This is the edge. And then just exhaling there. One more time. Nice slow inhale. And exhale. Any way you want to exhale, through the nose or through the mouth. We're going to slowly lift back up. Go ahead and shake the legs a little bit. If you want to, you can take that pause with both hips on the chair, spine lifting tall. If you feel more comfortable, maybe sliding back in your chair so your spine is supported, go ahead and slide back a little bit there and turn the palms of your hands so they're facing up and just resting your hands in your lap. Eyes are soft or eyes are closed. And I want you just to mentally scan through your body. Begin at your head, right at the tippy top of your head, and then slowly scan down through your body. If you remember, like a copy machine, it has that light. And just begin to examine or to say hello to your body. And just giving a moment to say hello or to witness each and every little cell of your body, each and every little inch, going down the back and the front and down your arms, down through your torso, down through your hips. And even make sure you go all the way down your legs and really just give a good hello to all of your body. You can just wiggle your toes there. Make sure your feet are on the floor. All right, and then just bring your awareness to your breathing. And we'll just say hello to our breathing. Maybe refresh your breath a little bit there. Notice the feeling of your breath. Maybe let the inhale be a little bit slower and more conscious. And let the exhale be a little bit slower and deeper. Paying attention to your breath for just another few moments. And then for another moment, just paying attention to maybe anything that's coming up for you mentally, emotionally, personally, psychologically. That stuff is there too. It's just as real as our meat suit, as our skin and our muscles and our bones. So maybe just kind of taking a moment and paying attention to it. You don't have to dig in deep to the story, but just kind of noticing what's there. And then can you just, in your mind's eye, kind of create a picture. Imagine your whole body sitting here at the end of your little 30-minute interim, your 30-minute break. Kind of notice how your entire self feels. Maybe even just picture yourself sitting here with a little more ease, maybe a little more calm, maybe feeling a little more energized. Notice your overall experience. And take a moment to really feel that, really just give it back to yourself as fuel for whatever comes ahead for you in the rest of today. When you're ready, slowly drop your chin towards your chest. Take your time blinking your eyes open as you bring yourself back into your room. Thank you so much for joining me. It was great to be with you. My name is Hannah Gruber, It was great to have you here for Mindfulness Moment. I will see you